reading that James Earl Jones has officially retired as the voice of Darth Vader. Last time you heard him was in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series with Ewan McGregor. There's a lot of Darth Vader in that.
That's who does his voice. I couldn't remember.
Mark Hamill. But he said it's cool for them to use AI to recreate his voice as a younger man. I don't even know if I went back and watched the original Star Wars movies if I would notice that James Earl Jones sounded younger. Obviously, he would because it was, 50 plus years ago. But he was initially paid $7,000 to voice Darth Vader in 1977.
Dang.
But he's an old man now, and he doesn't do too much anymore. And he told Lucasfilm that he was planning on winding it down. And they talked to him about using old clips in AI capacity. And he said, yeah. So they use archival recordings. Again, I don't know.
I'm sure they're paying him well for that, too.
I would imagine so. Yeah, he got $7,000 initially.
He probably got at least $7,000 more. And he already did the work. You're getting paid twice for the same job?
That's pretty sweet.
It's a good day.
That is pretty sweet. A little cost of living increase. They give him $7,300.
There you go.
And he'll be okay.
Now, are they just allowed to use Star Wars stuff, or can they use stuff from his other films? Can they pull from
Field of Dreams, Lion King, Clear and Present Danger?
Yeah, Coming to America.
Yeah.
Take me to the Waldorf Astoria.
King of Zamunda.
Second one, Kirshner, because by now David Prowse knew his voice was not going to be used, so he just sort of threw the lines in.
That would be wild if you've ever seen. I think there are a couple videos on YouTube of David Prowse, he's dead, but he was the actor in the Darth Vader costume, big, tall British actor. And when they finally, but I think there's some outtake video of him doing his lines, and them going to him and saying, "Hey, you're not going to be the guy doing the voice. We're going to have another guy doing a voice." He's probably, "I'm Darth Vader," or whatever he sounded like.
In the first film, I don't think he knew that until almost the end of filming.
Right.
Yeah. And then they
told him last minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think, boys? Sounds good. We're going to use James Earl Jones. Bye. Great job. No one's ever going to hear your voice.
And Kirshner gave me a soundtrack with him doing the voice of Darth Vader. Kirshner's voice is like this, and I'm imitating him badly. But it was scary as hell. Kirshner was scarier than I could ever be. I remember the second, when George had a chance to counsel me, he said, "We don't know what we did right, so let's just try what we did." And naturally, I wanted to make Darth Vader more interesting, more subtle, more psychologically oriented, and so he said, "No. What we're finding out is you got to keep his voice on a very narrow band of inflection."
Can you imagine if he had gotten to act as Darth Vader? Like, "Why? What's happening, Luke?" Would have completely taken him out of the... You know what's really cool, by the way? And I would never suggest that anyone turn us off, if you haven't already, out of sheer disgust. But in a couple of minutes, they're going live over at NASA for that asteroid redirect mission. Have you been reading about that? The DART thing that they're doing?
I don't know about that.
Didn't you work at NASA?
No, I just shopped there.
The double asteroid redirect mission, it's called DART, and they're doing the live thing at 6 o'clock Eastern. They're sending a spacecraft out to try to crash into an asteroid and change its trajectory.
Oh, they're doing a deep impact,
yes,
Armageddon type mission. Now, are they playing this off as like, oh, we're just seeing if we can do it, or are they actually trying to save us all, but they don't want us to panic? I'm nervous now.
I'm going to go for option B. The DART will launch into Dimorphos, which is a moonlet asteroid that's orbiting a larger asteroid called Didymus, trying to alter its path. These things are way far away, but they're doing a live stream of it at 6 o'clock Eastern.
Now, what if they...
I got to tell you.
What if they knock it onto the path to hit Earth?
Oh, no.
I'm so stupid when it comes to these things. I didn't realize that asteroids had smaller asteroids that orbited them.
Well, it's because you're an idiot.
I am an idiot.
Everybody else, your daughter probably knows that.
I wish that she had told me that because she's gotten me
She's
hip
in college now, so she's not worried about that. Obviously, your younger daughter's not going to know, but your older daughter knows.
Maybe they probably both know. I
Yeah.
mean, the one knew about the mangroves.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't,
A mangrove is trees going in salt water. It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So yeah, 6 o'clock is when they're planning on. They're doing a live stream, and they've got some pretty hip tunes on there too. I mean, oh, here it is. Hold on. Darth's impact with the asteroid. Can you imagine if it misses, and then they have to go on national television or globally tell people, "Hey, we didn't want to get you guys, like you said, we didn't want to get y'all worked up, but we missed." And it's headed here. So,
and first, I just want to say, you guys don't even know how to build rockets. So don't get mad at us for building a rocket that got into space, got really close to the asteroid. But yeah, it didn't hit it, but it's really hard to hit an asteroid because space is huge.
I heard some dummy in Cleveland say he didn't even know the asteroids had smaller asteroids orbiting them.
Mm-hmm.
In a galaxy where asteroids have pummeled planets for billions of years, now
Man, they're
one
selling it.
planet.
Yeah, they really are. There's like a trailer for it and a whole preamble and the whole bit.
Planet's history, NASA will test an asteroid.
You want to see any of this, or do you?
Yeah, to pull it up.
care?
I would love to see this.
First planetary defense method of its kind.
If you're watching the live stream, you'll see the
NASA's
NASA live
double
stream here.
asteroid redirection test will intentionally
I also
ram
say the
itself into an
David
asteroid
Kushner
and
voice.
alter its orbit.
The what?
The guy that did Vader that played him.
Yeah.
I'll send you the
James
audio.
Earl Jones?
No, the other guy.
Oh, David Prowse. Yeah,
Prowse.
the
Oh,
actor.
Prowse,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And planet Earth against potential future impacts. The test to protect the future of our planet.
They couldn't get a more dynamic voiceover guy. Who is this?
No,
One of the
everybody's
engineers? Yeah, so here's our double asteroid
the voiceover
redirection
guy.
test.
We
Hey.
got COVID.
What?
You guys.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us from Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory.
Who is this
Home
foxy?
to the DART Mission Operations Center.
Wow.
I'm your host, Tahira Allen with NASA Communications.
Oh, she's like a
And today
PR
we're
person.
following the
Tahira Allen.
of the DART spacecraft and its planned collision with asteroid Dimorphos. The double asteroid
Hey, Tahira, we're going to need you to sit at the desk in a bright red jacket with a NASA pin on and tell everybody we're going to
test mission of
shoot
its
this thing
kind.
out.
This live dart cam is pretty interesting.
It will demonstrate the
It's just focused on the vastness of space.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they've got Tahira Allen front and center.
something
She's the
to
eye
look at,
candy.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. There are no known asteroid threats to Earth. This is just a test.
She has really bright teeth.
We have live
We want you to know that this is not,
DART cam in the lower left.
we're not worried about an asteroid hitting Earth.
Now, you're only
That's another, we were talking about clickbait earlier in the show. There's a lot of asteroid clickbait. Because they're
there's
like,
so much of
this
it.
asteroid is going to come close to Earth, but in astronomy terms, close to Earth is 2 million miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Please just get us all.
I know, right? Please. You and I will embrace as the asteroid enters our atmosphere, Poundcake.
Not me. I'm high on crack and heroin. And
Yeah,
I'm
Mary's
breaking
doing
into
everything,
buildings
right?
and fist fighting
Yup.
strangers.
She turns her backyard into a rage room finally.
Dude, the world is my rage room at that
Yeah,
point.
that's
Kidding
right.
me?
I don't blame you.
Still mad at Bill that he ghosted her on a
Oh,
text.
he's the first one I'm killing.
Killing?
If Persia,
You think you're
I
getting
didn't
me?
know you were killing people.
everyone's dying in 24 hours.
But I thought you were going to be committed. You've always described as being committed to ruining your own body. I'm going to do
Correct.
every drug.
Yes.
I never
But now
heard you
she's
say
got
you
a
were going to
grudge.
kill people.
I didn't have a grudge before today.
You've never had a grudge? Yes,
I
you
don't
have.
hold grudges
Well, why are you holding this one?
because he's a bad person.
This is the grudge you decide to hold?
the one.
Mr. Rage Room over
Yes.
here. Wow.
on social media.
I should have taken you to the rage room. You got a lot of unresolved
Holy
Pent
crap.
up here.
anger.
Well,
issues.
anyway, I'm gonna take it off to Tahira Allen here because who knows how many people they're going to be talking to. But voice of Darth Vader. Okay, so this is David Prowse in the costume, just doing the lines.
Right.
I wonder how much they tell her to use her hands when she speaks.
Or just looking at her boobs anyway.
Voice for Darth Vader was another challenge. And action! Lucas had never intended to use the on-set vocal performance of David Prowse.
Start tearing this ship apart piece by piece until you find those tapes. Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
I can still hear David Prowse's accent in the Darth Vader mask, muffled, because he would do the real dialogue. He's trying to curse Carrie Fisher or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic...
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
They would never use that voice.
Yeah.
There was no way he could have thought. I mean, he wasn't a voice actor.
No.
He was an actor.
Which is not nearly as powerful as...
It is
Darth
wild if you think about an
James Earl
alternate
Jones.
universe in which Star Wars was regarded, and I know by some people it was, but it was still a global phenomenon. But there is an alternate universe in which Star Wars was accurately received, which is a ridiculous movie. A silly, very poorly written, ridiculous movie. Mark Hamill's not a good actor. George Lucas cannot write his way out of a wet paper bag. But
Well, yeah, it would rip.
it was the right thing at the right time. And we all grew up loving it. Those of us who saw it in the theater from the jump. But on its own, as much crap as they give the sequels, that original Star Wars is not a good movie. People people have a lot of nostalgia for it. We've talked a lot about movies that aren't that great, but people have nostalgia for them. Star Wars is one of those movies. I saw it when I was 6. I'm like, this is amazing. As an adult, you go, oh, the movie's great because you loved it when you were a kid. But it's not a good movie. So that's why...
It's a fun movie.
I've never seen it.
It takes place in space.
Never heard of it.
Among the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
It launched 1 billion ripoffs that were equally as bad.
In space?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Space?
Spache. Dr. Spachemin.
Where is it?
Dr. Leo Spachemin. James Earl Jones, who was paid $7,000 to initially voice Darth Vader, is worth $40 million today. Because, I mean, he's...
Man, he's almost up to those bad baby numbers.
Behad Behaby and James Earl Jones. He's 91 years old. He's the pride of Arca Butler, Mississippi.
Oh,
Yeah! What up, Arca Butler? Yeah, so, I mean, he's got to be the most famous person to come out of Arca Butler, Mississippi, right? Right there on Arca Butler Lake. I don't know if we have any bureau chiefs down there, but it's closer to Memphis than to Jackson. It's like right near the Tennessee border. That's where Memphis is, right? Tennessee. Am I saying that properly?
Space.
Tennessee. Oh, space. Space, Tennessee. Hey, Tennessee. That's for 4 people in the audience. If Alan ever played fun video games like Asteroids, he would know they come in big, small, and smaller. No, of course, I grew up playing Asteroids. I didn't know that a smaller one orbited a larger one.
Yeah, I didn't see that
That has to
happening.
have its own gravitational pull. I guess I didn't think that far into it. I don't know. But the notion of them shooting this dart at the asteroid and sending it off course, because they need to know if they can do this. For when we do have an asteroid that is, see, they're still talking to this dude.
Right.
They're not even shooting. Shoot me the dart. Let's get the. I mean, it hits when it hits. You know, they just back time their commentary, but it's just a bunch of nerds talking now.
Johns Hopkins EPL. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thomas, I'll start with you. The mission.
You better throw it to the
has been through an
asteroid.
Intense journey, years in the making.
Nope. All right, asteroid, back to you. Nope, nothing yet. All right. They're in his ear like, you're going to have to vamp.
Hurry.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's like all live television. You got to stretch. It hasn't hit the asteroid yet.
if they want to get the funding back and really start making NASA a priority again, you say that this is headed towards Earth and that it was successful. Now it's...
You
go,
lie.
Oh, yeah. Get that money.
Yeah.
You lie about it.
Yeah, of course. What's that smell? It's 8 billion people collectively crapping their pants all at once.
But then NASA, who you guys were all like, oh, why are we wasting all this money on space? So that you don't die.
No, because they're going to say that. They're going to release that an asteroid is headed toward Earth in 48 hours. I'm going to destroy my life. And they're going to be like, we saved it. And then now I'm addicted to crack.
Well, That
And
could
Bill's
happen
dead.
too.
We
yeah.
all-
Bill's dead.
This is gonna happen anyway.
I was
You're
gonna go
probably
on a
gonna end up
crack-filled
getting
rage.
addicted to crack at some point. If John Mulaney has a relapse like that, you can definitely. I mean, and look, it's a great new hour. So
You're going to get hooked on that veterinary tranquilizer. Yeah, they can show us this, but we're not really going to know what we see because they're trying to alter the path of the smaller one around the larger one. And they say, well, just how much the orbit changes, we won't know for years.
Oh, pretty cool. Science is fun.
Science is fun. But again,
Not exactly
this
an
is
episode of Mythbusters.
Right.
science, though, is the long, hard, boring work
Yes.
that none of us are even remotely smart enough to tackle, but that they can get out there and handle it.
Yeah, but I do know about production. We know how to put on a show, and that's where NASA needs some help.
The production values are awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they were smart enough to get some hot girl to tell you about it, but who knows what else is going on over there.
But they don't have anybody doing a version like us. Like you get some models and be like, "This is what we're hoping is going to happen."
Yeah, you have one girl dressed up like the big asteroid.
Right.
You have another girl dressed up like a little asteroid, and then you have a third girl dressed up as the Dart, and you bang them all into each other.
Right.
And
Here you
their
go,
clothes
guys.
fall off.
Clothes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right. It's for science.
That's how you get people interested.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they've got a counter. Impact in 1 minute, 4 seconds.
Wait, is there a live video of this?
Yes, I'm looking right at it.
Come on. Well, we gotta go to break.
Oh, not minute. 1 hour, 3 minutes?
Oh,
What?
jeez. We're not.
Oh, so the coverage starts at 6. They got me again.
Alan,
They got
It's
me.
like when they.
Grant brothers.
It's like when they say, "Oh, the Super Bowl starts at 12:30 in the afternoon." You're like, "No, that's a pregame."
That's just
Starts
Terry
at
Bradshaw telling
6:30.
everybody old
Yeah.
stories.
Science is a liar sometimes.
This is the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeart